Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time? Nah, nah, nah. No drama, no drama here. Nah, nah, nah. No drama, no drama here. Nah, nah, nah. No drama, no drama, yeah, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Tuesday. Happy November. So, this is my first podcast of the month, and I'm just so excited to be here. And I'm extra excited that you are here with me. My name is Kia Smith, and this is Cleaning Life with Kia. So, again, I'm Kia Smith. I own a small business here in the Tulsa, Oklahoma, and surrounding areas. I do home management. I do cleaning, decluttering, organizing, everything home management. And so our mission is to help our clients manage their home and organize parts of their lives that matter the most by bringing families and communities together through complete household management. We have a passion to help heal and nourish our clients through life when they need help now or later. So thank you all for being here and joining me this evening. I know it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. Everyone has been so busy. That time change, I'm still trying to adapt to it being pitch dark at 3:30 in the evening. It is absolutely insane. I don't know if I'm just getting older and I don't remember, but I just don't remember it getting so dark so early. And then you just kind of feel it like everyone's getting like tired a lot quicker than normal. So I appreciate you being here tonight. And so I'm just going to get to it. And my intention is not to keep you long tonight. I know everyone is on pins and needles regarding this evening's election, eagerly waiting to see whose hands the fate of the U.S. will fall in. All I have to say, and all I will say about that is the fate of our world is in our hands. The end. That's just all I got to say. I don't really do politics, talk politics and certain things and topics because sometimes you may have to get into a flat out brawl with people. Everybody have opinions and ideas about really nothing they know about. So a lot of times I just try to keep my mouth closed, but I just know for a fact that our fate is in all of our hands. So we just got to keep that in mind as everybody is awaiting whatever these results are. So anyway, like I said, the end on that. So let's talk dinner and dishes. That's the topic for tonight. And so I say dinner, but it can be all of these tips can be applied for breakfast, lunch, or anytime you're in the kitchen, preparing. I thought this would be a good topic because, again, like I've said in previous shows, I'm always in other people's homes and I pay close attention to the struggle areas and the commonalities that everyone shares. And between the daily kitchen, traffic, cooking, and cleaning, it can be quite overwhelming on an average day. But also with the holidays rolling in, I just wanted to offer a little help and advice to help along the way. So I have a method I kind of set up to present to you all, and it's kind of like a menu. So we have it's like appetizers, the entree, and your dessert. So your appetizers are like the things that you're gonna do, beforehand, and then we're gonna talk about the things while you're doing like as you're in the kitchen cooking and preparing, and then also I'll be talking about a few of the things that you do, afterwards. Um, And then, of course, y'all know I'm random. So if you haven't tuned in before, like I'm just random, like I like to talk about everything always pertains to cleaning and life and everything in between. And I'm just a random person that just it makes me happy, and that's just part of who I am. So it's always on topic, but it'd be some extra stuff. So I said, I just want to stay to the script of what I have tonight because, like I said, it is one of those struggle areas. So it's like the kitchen and like your bathrooms are like the two top struggle areas. But I thought to talk about kitchen responsibilities or dinner and dishes this evening would be befitting because I've just noticed that people struggle, and that's okay because it's a lot of work. People are in and out the kitchen all day long, eating and messing up and doing this and doing that, and it really doesn't matter if you're single or if you have a family at home or whatever the case may be. This is something that we have to deal with pretty much on a daily. So, um, this is what I do. And it's not like I have it wrote down somewhere. Well, I do now, so I don't miss any steps. But like mentally, this is just a part of my life that I formed a certain routine or a habit so that I don't get overwhelmed. Because for myself, I have my four boys and it's me. And I can't, we got to help each other. I can't do all of that. But that kitchen is a very high traffic area. Like I said, always a bunch of cooking and cleaning and going on. And it overwhelms pretty much everyone that I know, especially like, my clients. So the first thing you want to do is start with a clean kitchen. There's nothing worse than going in to try to do anything in your kitchen and the kitchen is dirty. So we're going to start with a clean kitchen. Um, you also, um, it would be wise to have a dinner choice pre-selected. I struggle if I don't do like a menu, if I don't write some stuff down and think beforehand, what I'm going to prepare and what I'm going to cook. It just makes the flow a lot easier if I already know what it is that I'm going to make. It is not wise to, um, go into the kitchen and just don't have a clue. So have your dinner choice pre-selected. Shop early, even if I'm not talking about like, and that's if you can, because I know that people are busy. So I'm not saying, do this, do that. These again are just some tips. Shop early. If um, like tonight you're gonna have a certain meal, you're gonna make some type of casserole or whatever you're gonna make. It's better if you get the stuff a few days ahead at least. I like to go heavy shopping and just get everything, kind of maybe make out a menu. And if not just a menu per se, but have some ideas of what I want to cook for the next week or two. So that when I go shop, I can just grab all of that stuff and I don't have to worry about it. But shop early. Try not to do it like the day of, maybe not even the day before. You don't want it to be stressful. People get stressed out in the kitchen. It's a lot of fast movement and people just struggle. So if you can do things a little bit earlier, it just makes it so much better. So have your kitchen clean, have your dinner choice pre-selected, shop early, and also I say this is how I just say it, like pre-prepare your meal. Um, and what I mean by that is cut, dice, and slice. If you have things that need to be cut up, onions, any type of peppers, anything, go ahead and have that stuff already um, cut up and sliced up so that you don't have to. It just eliminates some of the steps that you do once you're in the actual motion of of cooking. It'd be good to just open the refrigerator, grab the peppers, grab this, grab that, and just have it all ready because I hate cooking and I'm sitting here, I'm cutting up stuff and I'm doing this and I'm doing it. Like it just has to be a flow. You're gonna have to work when you get in there, but you can definitely limit the stress. So um the next part is like the entree part. This is like the during part. You want to always clean while you're cooking. I don't see how some people, I'm not judging. I just can't see it. How people go in the kitchen and they get to cooking and they just cooking and they just going. And then once they're done, like the kitchen be looking a hot mess. It be looking so bad sometimes. I've seen it in some cases. Like, I don't even want to eat. Yeah, it just be too much. And then it's stressful. You had to do all that work, probably getting the kitchen prepared for you to cook and do whatever it is you need to do. And then you just go and just mess it completely up. And it's probably, I'm sure, going to be worse than it was when you started. All those pots and pans and, you know, utensils, this and that. And it's just not good. Just clean while you're cooking. I'm telling you, by the time you're done with it, you are still going to have some things to do, but it won't be nearly as much as it would be if you would just take your hands off of it the whole time. Also, prepare storage for your leftovers. I don't have to do that too much because I hardly ever have leftovers. But when I do, I prepare the storage. What I mean is you can kind of gauge it, when you're cooking if you're going to have leftovers or not for the most part. So I like to go ahead and break out my whatever bowls, storage bowls and containers or whatever it is that I need. Go ahead and just have that out somewhere and in your face so that when you're done, you can just do it. Because one thing I hate, now I'm not saying it don't get done here because it do, because I have all boys and they can be lazy and I love them. But they can be lazy. They'll take the whole pot. Who does that? Raise your hand and expose yourself. Who take the whole pot and put it in the refrigerator? And it's like, oh, put your food up. They'll just take the whole pot and just put it. And that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, and that's not what I want you to do. So, you take out all your bowls. So whatever you have left of that casserole or whatever you have, you can just put it in the bowl, put the lid on it, and just easily move it where it needs to be after the fact. Um, Also, while you're cooking and all of that, put your food and seasonings back in place. So whatever food that you didn't use, or while you're cooking, put it back. Whatever seasonings, all the lemon pepper, all the garlic powder, all the parsley, all the garlic pepper, all the seasoned salt, all that stuff we probably shouldn't be having. Put all that stuff back in place. And that's something less that you'll have to do also at the end, because it'd be a lot of stuff going on at one time when you're in there cooking. It's a lot of multitasking. And then I also have your paper plates or whatever, and your cutlery and everything, have it on deck. I am the paper plate queen. We love paper plates. Like, we get nervous when we get low. Like, somebody needs to go to the store and get some more paper plates, because washing dishes ain't if you don't have to. So, have all of that stuff already on deck. Clean your kitchen, prepare your storage for leftovers, put your food and seasonings back in place, have your paper plates and cutlery on deck. And that's light during. And then after it's all said and done, this is like the dessert part. The end part of it is take care of your leftovers. Whatever you got to do, go ahead. Like I said, you already got your bowls and your storage stuff out. Go ahead and just do it. Just go ahead and put it up and put it away and be done. Finish any extra cleaning that you didn't do while you were cooking and in the kitchen. You're still going to have a few things left over, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be as intense. And if you got someone in the house that's willing to help you, you know, have them come finish up. You cooked and you've been cleaning while you're cooking. Like, have someone else come in behind you to assist. And even when they do, it won't be so bad because you would have taken care of most of it before they even got there. Um, so take care of the leftovers, finish your cleaning, and then after that, just kick your feet up and relax. The finished product of the evening, I guess, is sweeping the floors. After I get through cleaning, the last thing I do is sweep the floors, because you don't want to sweep, even though you're cleaning your countertops and kind of doing stuff around as you're cleaning. I don't sweep because I'm cooking. So you don't see those particles. Like, I hate when I'm in restaurants. You ever been in a restaurant and they start coming around sweeping? Like, I don't know, I feel some type of way about that. Like the little dust and particles, even the stuff that we don't see, it just kind of floats around and it's there. So the sweeping aspect, it comes at the end of um of all of that. It's kind of like the final thing. And it's not so bad. And that's what I do like all the time. It's just a routine that is just embedded in my mind because I have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I don't spend as much time in there now as I have when the kids were younger. I just, oh my God, I used to be in there so much. I just felt like I needed to just camp out in the kitchen, just get a pillow and just lay on the floor, just lay there and just you raise my hand up and go to fixing breakfast and clean and fixing lunch and like just it was just so much. So I'm so thankful that hey Jana, say all my people that tune in um are here this evening and I'm so appreciative. But anyway, and Gail, hey, and hey Mama, I saw you on there earlier. So yes, it just makes things so much easier. When you have things just set in place and have a routine. But like um when the kids were younger, oh my gosh, that's all I did. Just cook and clean, just in the kitchen. It's like I could not escape from that place. And I had to come up with a way so that I could not lose my mind up in there because you have to go in there, especially if you have children. And I'm the type of person I need order. Who is it that be saying I'm OCD all the time? It's Kabai and somebody else, one of the other boys. They be like, you OCD? And it's like, dude, I'm not OCD. I do need and desire things to be a certain way, but you just can't let things get out of control. But then Kabai say this too. We'll go to, homes to clean and stuff like that. He be like, I'm not judging, but I'm glad that you stay on us the way that you do. Yeah, you understand why? Because things can get out of control very quickly, and then you just have your everyday, day-to-day things that are going on in life, and it's just easy to get overwhelmed, especially these days. It's so easy if you allow it. Um, you'll get overwhelmed. So now, like the random part of this topic is okay. So for me, when I'm in the kitchen, I just make it a thing. I listen to music and I'll drink wine while I'm cooking and I just get into my own world. It has to be done. So you have to create your fantasy, even if you feel like you're in hell. Um, let's see, do you prefer a dishwasher or or washing dishes by hand? Oh, and that's my mom. Yes, my mama. My mama just asking me a question because she got to know the answer. The question was, do I prefer using a dishwasher or washing my hands? I never, ever, ever, ever use a dishwasher. The only time I may use a dishwasher if I'm at a client's house and that's their preference. They got a system with that, and then I'll try to flow. But I don't like dishwashers. I'm old school. Like I wash the dishes and I don't think anything about it. I mean, you could have a spank brand new dishwasher talking to me and waving at me and I wouldn't use it. I don't know. I just prefer hand washing um the dishes, and also with dishwashing, it just gives me time to think. Like I be washing dishes and meditating. I be washing dishes and saying prayers and thinking about people and sending up good energy. So I just make it my space. And not only in the kitchen, but any space that I'm in, I'm gonna make it my space. So, make the kitchen your space, especially now since the holidays are upon us, because it gets crazy. But yeah, get you some wine and um some good music. And then I go to my mom's house and she got the music ready. She already know. She'll have some wine and listen, she goes somewhere because all the stuff she don't want to do, I'll do it. Just give me, just let me have fun. Have my little wine and um, just do what you gotta do and get on up out of there. And also, of course, I'm here. I'm not saying I'm like the cleaning guru of all times, but I do know a little something, something. But the things that I share with you, those are the things that I do and the things that work for me. Um, just a disclaimer. So, you can take the tips or leave them, but they work. Um, Another random, oh yeah, and I've said this several times. because y'all need to listen, especially if you have kids. Well, this is particularly if you have kids. I guess other people, not even kids, just other people that's in the space. If the kitchen ain't clean, I don't cook. I'm not doing it. Like it is like the kid. They know if the kitchen, I'm not doing it. I'm not touching nothing. Uh, I was so happy one day. I think it was last week. I came in. I done had a day. I had a day, and to be honest, I really didn't want to cook anyway, to be honest. But I was gonna go in there and thug it out. Do 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 do. I go in the kitchen. I see shit all on the counter. I was like, "Whoo, I ain't gotta cook today." It's out. Bam, because I'm not doing all that. Not doing that too much. That part. So, um, get you some music, drink you some wine. Um, but listen, like I said, if the kitchen ain't clean, I don't cook, and that's just law. I'm not doing that. And then also help the primary person who cooks and cleans the kitchen, and especially help them during the holidays. It is very hard work. Like nobody just enjoys it. I'm okay with it. I don't. I do cleaning and stuff like that, so I don't really hate any of it. But I get annoyed because it's the morals of it all. Like people will just sit there and watch you. It's very, very hard. It's very hard work. So I'm like for like years, I was like Jane the holiday Grinch. Not even just for Christmas, but for like any holiday where it required um cleaning. I don't want any part of it. Like growing up, it was okay, but when I got older and I started paying attention, like I would get annoyed and I'd be fussing at my mama to an extent because they would host. I wouldn't even go home. Like we would be at home on Thanksgiving and we wake up maybe 1 o'clock. We sleep in, me and the kids wake up and I don't know, eat a sandwich or I don't know, go warm up some leftovers or something. Like we weren't, it's no it's just not a big deal to me, like that. And like they would be home and they would have all these guests. And it was like that too, when I was like younger, but then, moved away and, you know, but I'd be asking, I'm like, you doing something for the holidays? And I'd be hoping she said, yeah, I'm gonna do a little something. I don't know, but I knew she was gonna do something because it was just that routine. It's those traditions that we can't break away. But as I got older, I would just kind of sit back and watch and would not even really sit back and watch because I would be the one helping. Like they cook all this food, and this be back in the day, like I'm telling you, like the kitchen table be full of food. And it's like, you know how much time it took to do all of that and how much energy and effort, and then you're hosting and, catering to everyone that's in your home. And I noticed, like, and I knew, like, for myself, like, okay, so they're in the kitchen doing all this cooking. And, oh, for the longest, my mom, she would just paper plates. We're not gonna do no paper plates. Honey, you can't beat a grabbing a pack of paper plates these days. Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta wash all the dishes. So they would do the cook. I would come home, they have all the food under control. But then it would be that after part. And she would just be wore out. Like you pay attention, her feet and ankles are swollen. People just be wanting to see who's ever hosting for the most part. They just want to see everybody happy. If it's your mom or grandma, it's just that tradition. It's being with your family and the love. But it's like, but they don't love you when it's time to clean up. They don't love you when it's time to, get all this stuff together. So I'm just a realist. I'm like, you ain't got to be doing all that. Like, I eat every day. I mean, it's good to get that extra stuff, but it just became too much. And like, she would cook and I'd be there, and then I'd be the one that would like tackle the kitchen. And she the same way. Like my mom, like she had a dishwasher, she had the dishwasher taken out because we just don't use. She's the same way. She don't use it. She use her hand. So there was no dishwasher. We got tons of gas. And you know how it is on holidays, especially. You got 50 million plates, you got all these pots, you got all these bowls and cups and shit. It's just too much. And then I was just like, nope. And I wouldn't go. And I didn't. I'll have a nice time. Good. And as time went on, they just kind of the stuff kind of slowed down, and I had to tell them, I'm like, it's a lot of work, ain't it? It's a whole lot of work. So now, I will go. I'll go home, and we team up, and we just come up with a plan. We come up with a. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful plan, and I mean, we execute it beautifully. The way that, I mean, because you can't just be all willy nilly because it'll wear you out. It'll have you so wore out you won't even enjoy the time because you're so tired. And then at the end of the night, like she just be just dog tired, exhausted. And I'm like, that's no fun. And then people just eat, they sit there, they feed, they face, it sure was good. We had a good time over here. I sure appreciate you. Can I get some to go place? And then they walk off. They eat and they go home. They eat and they go home, and then just after time, it's just exhausting. And then especially now we're just entering into a time where we have entered, not entering, we have entered into a time where don't nobody like to help do nothing. Everybody just kind of want to sit back on their hands and just watch you work like a dog. You ain't finna watch me work like a dog. Now if I work and I do some stuff, I'm gonna have to do it, but I'm gonna have to do it my way. And then I got some rules. There's got to be some rules that don't include me being wore down at the end of the evening. Cause shoot, I want to enjoy. You know how it is, especially for the holidays. You eat your food and stuff, and it's if you're at home, you want to go see your friends and people stopping by in and out. You may want to get out of it. It's like you don't even have the energy to do anything, but just fall on your face. And I was the Grinch for a long time. I'm like, I will cook their asses nothing. They eat at home. But I know that she loves like when her family come and people so I just had to figure out a way to help her. I had to figure out a better method and a routine. And I'm telling you, if she could tell you, she would. It is a beautiful method. It is a flow. Last time I was home, we had an event. We hosted a Mary Kay party, and it was time to go shop for for the food. We had a really nice time, and we had our list. I made that baby out. There was like a food list, and then there was a list of stuff. She needed extra stuff like paper plates and laundry detergent, da 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 da. So we had two separate lists, all that type of stuff, like the paper plates and anything that she needed of that nature. I gave her the list and told her to go. The other list had all the food. I knew that my list was going to take longer, but I moved quicker than she does. So I took my list and I went on and I told her, I said, when you're done with your stuff and you get it, you come find me, you call me on the phone, we'll link up in the store. And by the time you find me, if I should be, if not halfway done, almost done. Like I move quick in the grocery store. The only reason that I may not move as fast as I typically do is when I'm at a store that I'm not familiar with. Um, and so I knocked that list out. I'm just going through the store and got it done. She had her stuff. We were in there in no time flat, loaded that stuff up and was on our way home. Um, because it has to be fun and enjoyable. I don't want to be hosting something and be stressed out trying to do something nice and then end up having attitude at the end. So you have to make it work. You have to make it work for you. You have to make it work for you. So I'm done with my random rant. But I do want to talk to you all about my cleaning for caregivers that took place in October. So we accomplished that. We had two recipients, and it was cleaning for caregivers. So every month, I am going to bless someone or a few people with services because everybody needs, like, who doesn't need cleaning services? And so last month it was for caregivers, and we took care of that maybe around early mid month. We went ahead and just knocked that on out, and I found those two people at my job because if you're just tuning in for the first time, so I have my business, but I also work a 9 to 5. So during my 9 to 5, I was able to connect with a few people who were caregivers. And we went, we handled business, they loved it, and we went on about our way. I didn't take any pictures, no befores, no afters. I didn't make a big deal about it because the goal was for the service to be a blessing and not make it feel like it was charity for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a blessing. So it just kind of depends. I don't thank you. So yeah, no pics, no exposure. I just wanted to help some good people. I just wanted to help some good people. And so this month in November, I am going to help single parents, a few single parents. I don't want to say single mom or single dad, just single parents, because there are some single parents out there. Hell, I'm one of them. And I wish somebody could come clean up my house, even though I clean. Like, I wish I could just sit back and everything that I want done, get done the way that I want it to get done. But, you know, it is what it is. But it was really nice. They were really appreciative. But I met the recipients at work for the cleaning for the caregivers, and I'm very observant and I pay attention. It was this one guy. His name is Danny, and he would come in all the time, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta come in." Me and Mama, he takes care of his mom, and you can just look. People who caregive, you can just look in their eyes and tell they're tired and exhausted, especially if they don't have any help. So, super excited. They were super excited, and I may not ever clean for these people again. You never know um, what the circumstances are. I may not really just prefer someone in their home all the time, or may not be able to afford it, or whatever the case may be. But we were definitely happy to do that. So we're just as equally as important to do the same thing in November, and it may stretch out to December. We'll just see. The time is going by so fast, and then due to having um, the clinic for caregivers, I had to kind of rearrange my normal clientele. I had to alter it a little bit, so I'm having to make sure that I keep everyone on schedule. And then the holidays are coming, and I do plan to go to my mama house and show up like we show up. I love going home, but we just gonna go and do all of that. So if I don't get a chance to do it in November, I will definitely for sure do it in December. Yes, I will. And I always do what I say I'm gonna do. And that's pretty much it, except for like a few other things I just want to mention because I was thinking, I have my own podcast, so I can say what I want and do what I want, however I want it, within reason, of course. And having a podcast is a perfect way to just reach people about anything and promote and support all of that. So, two people that I want to support and make mention of this evening. First is here go me. I want to recommend a book I haven't read yet. Ugh. Roberta Bell is also on the Power Team platform. She has her own podcast as well, but she's a contributing author with all of these fabulous women, and it's gumbo for the Black woman soul, stories of resilience, triumph, and the power of sisterhood. And the title alone is beautiful, so I always want to read something that's gonna um yeah, that's gonna enhance my journey here. And of course, I do want to hear resilience and triumph and some power. We all need that. So I just wanted to have it on deck. I'm already knowing that it's a good read. And the only reason I haven't jumped into it yet is because I was reading like three books at one time. So I'm down to one now. So when I finish up, I'm like, I'm not going to add any more. I just want to read it, solely by itself. So, um, yes, she is on, and I'm not sure what her days are. We all have different days that we host. but she's on the Power Team platform. She's a beautiful woman, and she has this book, and people need to read anyway. Nobody reads anymore. So congratulations to her. And then of course I'll come back at some point after I've read it to just kind of fill you all in. And then the next person I want to talk about this evening is my Bookie Gale Broadway. So I've been on this skincare journey. I was struggling. It wasn't like, my face was just bad or anything, but I know I needed like some type of regimen because it seemed like everything was irritating and it didn't work for me. And I was just like stumbling around in the dark. And she sells Mary Kay. And Mary Kay has been around forever and ever and ever. But when you kind of just going about life and moving around, and then you have things that are kind of like in your face. So I work. In a store. So it's all kind of skincare products and stuff. And when you're in a rush and you really haven't done your research or whatever, you just kind of grabbing it and you're going on what everybody says is good for you and yada yada yada. And I was just getting so frustrated. Um and She started sending me some samples. I have deemed and named her the sample bandit because if she send you some samples, you're gonna get something. And she got my ass. But I'm glad she got me though. I started on my skincare journey. I'm being consistent. I'm seeing results. I love it so much. She's so educated and she's passionate about Mary Kay like I'm passionate about my business. And I mean, we were conversing, it's like the other morning, but it's like five something, and she's up like studying, but she's studying about skincare. She's studying, so she don't just get out. She's not going to just get out here and just sell you anything. So, I love it. So if you're looking to up your skincare game, and it's for men and for women too. So guys, hey, step it up. Gail Broadway, and I am wearing um, the lipstick that I'll probably be wearing this whole season. It's Black Cherry by Mary Kay. It's so cute. It's so pretty. And it looks pretty on my skin. Um, I won this. Well, I'm not going to say I won it, but we hosted. So I got this as a gift. And I got a little case, and it has a little mirror, and it has a gloss, and it has some lipstick in it as well. So she is doing her thing. Oh, and I didn't even notice the little zipper has a little lipstick on it. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute, Gail. Thank you again. Thank you so much. And thank you from my mama too, because um she love her stuff too. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say. She'll just find out when I go home. Look, I be stealing when I go to my mama house. I be taking stuff, so I hope she don't have anything I want. I didn't pilfer through her bag before I left, and that was something I forgot to do. But I love what I have, and if nothing else, I just want to support. People be out here doing some amazing things, and if we don't talk about it, and if we don't support, people just they don't know. And why would you gatekeep, and why would you hoard information? And I think people who do that are weird. I think they're super weird who do that. So I love my Roberta. I love my Gail. I love my Power Team platform and everyone behind the scenes that make it happen. Look, I love life. I love that it's Tuesday today. Life is too short to feel any other way. Y'all don't let this election, because it's about to be some mad folks. Oh, y'all, some people about to be mad. Because either way, somebody gonna be mad regardless. But it's just like if we could just get along and we deal with us and we support us, all these other worldly issues, they really wouldn't be too much of an issue. Support people, love people, find your purpose, have good intentions. Like, life don't have to be all stressful, honey. I don't know what's about to happen with the election because whatever it is and whoever gonna win, they already got it picked out anyway. It's already been determined, honey. I'm gonna go in here and make me a sandwich and enjoy my kids for the few little minutes that I got, before you have to wake up and go to work in the morning and make money for these rich people who use you to get even more rich and wealthy. We are like batteries. So, don't let people use you up. Don't let this world, don't let these politics and all this stuff that, really don't matter. Don't let it use you up. Stay good and be good. And that's all I have for you tonight. Don't get overwhelmed in that kitchen, y'all. Like, come up with a plan and come up with a method so that you can enjoy your holidays and you can enjoy your family and not stress out. People be in the kitchen sweating. Don't do that, and just incorporate that, in your everyday life. Like when I came in today, listen, I was cold with it today. Look, I came in today, they made sure to have their kitchen clean. And the funny part about it is I'm the one that messed it up last night. I'm in there trying to figure out how to make my own pho. And look, I got noodles and look, stuff everywhere. And even with that, if the kitchen ain't clean, I ain't cooking. So as soon as I walked in, because I said, I know you said you was gonna cook today, but I know you weren't gonna do nothing. The kitchen wasn't clean. So the kitchen was clean, and I was so cold with it, it was clean. And then I made them make their own dinner. And that's how you do it. And they better clean up behind themselves too. And they will. So, just have a method, have a routine, train those kids to do better and be better. And life doesn't have to be so overwhelming. The kitchen doesn't have to be overwhelming. Nothing really has to be overwhelming. We make it overwhelming because we don't plan, and we don't follow through on the things that we know that we're supposed to do in order to make things better. So I challenge you through, let's see, I'm not even sure when the next podcast, the actual date is. It should be before the holidays, I'm sure. So we'll just see how they go. So I hope that your holidays are well. If I don't see you again, I need to check on that. I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's all I have. Keep those kitchens clean. Don't stress yourself out with the kitchen, the election, these jobs, these kids, or nothing else. Come see me again on the next episode. Thank you all so much and have a good night. Bye.
Why do I need Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time? Nah, 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 no drama, no drama here. Nah, 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 no drama, no drama here. Nah, 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 no drama, no drama here.